About, it really makes you feel that there is just a total dysfunction in Congress. If you can't get together on something like this and say, look, let's figure out where the waste is in this program.
Right.
Let's figure out where, and as you say, where able-bodied individuals who have no children, no dependents, that it would be a limited program for them. It would be something to get them through the rough point on their way to getting into the worker training program. It seems like a fairly reasonable idea.
And it's good for people. I mean, we want people to get into jobs, right, Martha? We don't want people to stay on the dole and in the soup lines, which essentially is what the food stamps program is. Now, look, we have very good evidence from what happened in that bipartisan 1996 welfare reform bill, which for the first time did require work. That was signed by Bill Clinton, a Democrat. It was passed in a bipartisan way. And Martha, that was one of the great success stories of Washington of the last 50 years. We found 60% of former welfare mothers who were collecting welfare got into jobs and they climbed the economic ladder. Isn't that what we want? And I was shocked that not a single Democrat, not one Democrat in the entire House voted for work programs for people who are getting these benefits. We're not saying take the benefits away. We're saying you have to work for them.
It becomes instantly political, this discussion. So you have people basically branding Republicans as heartless. I was listening to another network yesterday, and they said, isn't this what we are all about as Americans, that we don't want children to starve? Of course we don't want children to starve.
Of course not. Right.
Nobody wants children to starve. But the problem is that in some cases, as we've reported many times, these cards are being used for all kinds of nefarious things that are not just putting food on the table for hungry kids.
Do you know, Martha, you could literally be under these new qualifications that Barack Obama set up, where they got rid of a lot of what they call the asset test. You could literally drive up to the welfare office in a Porsche and get food stamps. I mean, I'm sorry, I have a problem with that. You can live in a mansion, $1 million mansion, and still get food stamps. That's because the first thing Barack Obama did when we passed that stimulus bill back in 2009 was that they got rid of a lot of the restrictions on food stamps use, and that's one of the reasons it's gone through the roof. So I happen to think this is very reasonable.
And how they screen and how they figure out what people have, and not suggesting that people who drive Porsches are on them, although maybe we could find one.
And by the way, families with children would not be affected by any of this. So all this talk about taking food out of the mouths of children is erroneous. No family with children is affected by these reforms.
All right, Steve, thanks for shedding some more light on it all. We'll see you next time. Bye, Steve.
See you soon.